One night I was in Skyway in South Seattle, and I just rolled up a blunt and just rolled up some tobacco, and I went outside. I had my back facing towards the parking lot, and I was facing the building, and this guy came up behind me. Didn't know he was there, but I felt something coming up behind me. And he said, "Rabbi, we know you've come from God because nobody could do the things you do if God were not with them." I didn't know what he was talking about at all, so I turned around. So we started talking, you know, and you know, he asked me, "Why are you trying to bring Greece back?" Was one of the first questions he asked me, and I didn't know what he was talking about. But a couple seconds later, I was like, "I'm not here to persecute anybody," and so we kept talking, kept talking. He got kind of hyped up, and then in my head, I was like, "This guy gotta be born again." And he hurt me. He hurt my thought, and he's like, "How can a man be born again? How can a man go back into his mother's womb?" And so I told him, I was like, "Look," I didn't say look, but I said it's like the wind. You don't know where it's coming from or where it's going, but you can feel it. It's one thing I said to him, and anyways, so we kept talking, and he said there's some evil things happening in the South End, and I don't know if he's talking about the South End or where, but I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things I don't really know what was going on. But then, yeah, and one during the conversation, well, we smoked a blunt together. The blunt that I rolled, we smoked the blunt together. Anyways, what was the other thing he said? Oh yeah, he asked me. He's like, "My name is Nicodemus. Have you heard of me?" And I took a couple seconds. I was like, "Yeah, it sounds familiar." Anyways, yeah, that's a little talk that we had. I don't know I don't know. I don't, and it's in the book too. It's in the Bible. Our conversation. Some of the things that we said were completely accurate. Some of the things weren't. But about 2 months later, no, 3 months later, I got up in the middle of the night, like at 2 o'clock in the morning, around then, and I turned on the TV. I found Joyce Myers on there. So I was like, I'm just gonna listen to Joyce Myers. You know that one lady. Anyways, and then she brought up the conversation that him and I had together on the TV. And I was like, I stayed there for a couple minutes, and then I turned the TV off, went outside to go smoke some tobacco, and man, ever since then I've been tripping balls because it's not just her that was talking about it. It's there's other like deacons and preachers and pastors that have talked about this, the story in their own ways, and I don't understand. I don't get it. Everything I thought I knew and understood, or understood what I thought I knew, I don't understand or know anymore because I'm confused. Honestly, I'm confused about a lot. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But he's one of the most interesting guys I ever talked to in my life. One of the most